I'm Paul Begley. Are you serious? We're trying it. You know what? I hope this looks good. The camera's been readjusted. I'm trying to make something happen. I'm not sure, but I know one thing. There's earthquakes all over the world. Let's just go straight right now. I have to focus on this. The Bible said it this way, and I'm going to share with you about 9 news stories quickly. Jesus said it this way. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places, or different places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. We're living in the beginning of sorrow of time. And I want you to understand that. Why, you say, Paul, why is that? Well, there's been today, this being March the 10th, 2011, March 10th, China's had a 5.8 magnitude earthquake. 16 people are dead. The number is rising. 135 are injured. It's right on the border of China and Myanmar. There's over 400 soldiers that are involved in the rescue operations, and there's just serious problems. And we just talked about these Chinese 2 sons. Now there's this earthquake. It's hit China. A 6.2 magnitude earthquake also today hit Chile. And we haven't got all the reports on injuries and fatalities and that. And Japan. Yesterday, Japan had a 7.3 magnitude earthquake. Today, it's had 2. One at 6.8, the other one at 6.1. Are you serious? Are you serious, Paul? 3 earthquakes in 2 days? Yes, and they'll call them aftershocks, but when you have a 6.1 and a 6.8 on as an aftershock, you're having quakes. But, of course, Japan sits right there in that ring of fire. And Bolivia had huge rains and mudslides, and 6,000 homes have been destroyed. We still don't know how many are dead there, and it's still raining. Also, don't forget, in the rioting in Egypt, I thought you said Egypt's fallen already. It's over. Yeah, Mubarak's gone. But the struggle, the power struggle. And if you go to Isaiah chapter 19, verses 1, 2, 3, and 4, it tells you that Egypt will fall, and it did. It tells you that its idols will be moved out of its place, and it did. During the rioting, they went into the museum there, and they actually stole 8 pieces, 8 small idols that belonged to King Tut. They were moved. 3 of them have been found. 5 of them are still missing. Also, it says that a council will take over the country. And right now, the country is being run by 5 military generals. They call themselves the council. But it does say they will be destroyed. And a new leader will emerge. It says Egyptian will fight Egyptian. Brother will fight brother. City will fight city. This is what you're seeing now, the struggle, the aftermath of the fall. And then it says a new leader will emerge. He will be a fierce king, a cruel lord. So continue to watch the prophecies. It's called the Burden of Egypt prophecy, Isaiah 19, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, anyway, 13 people died yesterday in the clashes and the struggle for power that continues to go on in Egypt. And remember, the Muslim Brotherhood, those ministers of Mecca, those murdering mayhem Muslims who misguide their message from their mosque, they are stirring the pot in Egypt as everyone knew they would. And don't forget about what's going on in Libya and the rioting there in Libya, of course, with Muammar Gaddafi, as he continues to just bomb his people and shoot artillery and run them over with tanks. And the people have risen up and they want him out of power. 41 years of this tyrant, this dictator, this criminal, this thief, this thug. And why doesn't anybody help these people? They're being slaughtered by the hundreds, by the thousands. They're being massacred. They're being tortured. And they're begging for at least a no-fly zone so that the military, so that what's left of Gaddafi's military can't continue to just pick and choose and slaughter the insurgents, the rebels, the people. We call them rebels. I hate that. They're the people. The real evil dictatorship, Gaddafi, needs to be squashed. But don't worry, he will fall. The Bible says in Daniel chapter 11, verses 42 and 45, that an antichrist spirit will rise, that many countries will be affected, including Egypt will fall, Libya will fall, and Ethiopia. And don't forget about Ethiopia. They're having one of the worst droughts of water. It's creating a catastrophe there. They are struggling. Pray for them. Now, other things going on in the news, I quickly want to look here on the web. Don't forget that they're still protesting in Iraq over their new prime minister, and he defends the new laws there, and they're protesting there. In Yemen, they got serious problems going on there. The embattled president Thursday was told, basically on March the 10th, that 2011, that his government was going to draw up a new constitution. They're trying to stop the independence, the rise of the people who want to actually take over. They're tired of this ruler. They're tired of the government that's been ruling them for 32 years. So that's going to continue to develop. And then, of course, in Jordan, King Abdullah, the man who I said potentially could become the Antichrist. Potential, I'm not saying he is, but he wants to rule 22 nations in the Arab League. He wants to control it. He could emerge. Well, he's got problems at home as his people. The Islamist opposition, they are rejecting his dialogue to set up a new cabinet, a new government under his leadership. And of course, in Israel, you have to go to the Gaza Strip. The Hamas continue to reshuffle its cabinet as it tries to gain control of its own people, the Palestinians. Also, the smuggling of guns and weapons into the Gaza Strip have highly increased ever since Egypt fell apart. You know that Iran was able to bring warships right through the Suez Canal, putting them within striking distance of Jerusalem, which was always and has always been the desire of Ahmadinejad, the president, the little pipsqueak leader of Iran. I shouldn't have said it, but I have to. Now, don't forget that there's chaos everywhere. The Middle East is upside down. I'm not overlooking Algeria. I'm not overlooking the fact that Tunisia has fallen. You know, there's problems all around. What about Bahrain? What about Saudi Arabia? And how about this guy, this 23-year-old college student from the University of Texas, who decided he ordered on the internet, he ordered enough material to build a weapons of mass destruction, a bomb. And apparently he was going to use it to try to blow up former President George W. Bush's house. Is he an idiot? Is this guy an idiot? Or do we need to take the Muslim radical jihadist serious? I mean, we did have 9/11 in this country. Have we forgotten? There were 19 men that did it. Do you know how many of them came from Saudi Arabia? I mean, listen, folks. The Muslim monarchies, the Muslim militant, Muslim jihadist, this murderous mayhem, this spirit, these ministers of Mecca, they are preaching hate and sending people out everywhere to cause problems. We've got earthquakes, we've got floods, we've got volcanoes, we've got tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunami warnings right now in Japan. There is all kinds of chaos in the Middle East, uprisings like you wouldn't believe. And then, of course, you've still got to worry about the dead fish, the dead birds, the dead eagles, the dead cows, the animal mass kills that are taking place. The world is falling apart, but the Bible says all of these, they're the beginning of sorrow. And the real question to you this morning is, are you saved? Because if you're not saved, none of this is going to matter. If you don't get saved, the whole world can fall apart, but it's not going to matter. Are you born again? Are you saved? Oh, I'm way over limit. I got to go. I hope I can even download this. I'm Paul Begley. Oh, boy.